Been sent right here on the Climax at 4:38 Yarna FM. And today, every single time, I think for the past last week, an old school jam because in the studio. We got the likes of Boss Lady, Boss Man as well joining us here. It's going to be a very entertaining, a very informative conversation. We're talking all things men's mental health. As a nation and let's make it about Borre. This is why we have dedicated these beautiful Thursdays in the second hour of the show to men's mental health.
To Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. This is the Climax with DJ Sway and Melanie.
Of course, today we are joined by the founder of Masheleng, a premier wealth advisory and training online platform, a recognized thought leader in the Southern Africa. He is the most viewed financial content creator in the region. He deserves a po right
Come
there.
on.
Okay? He's a seasoned TV host and finance professional with deep expertise. I'm talking about the one and only Dr. Trimi Dr. Mr. Come on! Dr. Sata Ratsosa, aka Masheleng!
Come on!
And he is not alone. I mean, she needs no introduction. She was here last week as we were dissecting this conversation. I'm talking about the one and only, a certified, caption that, alright? Bold that. A certified wellness coach. I'm talking about somebody who's passionate about mental health, who's passionate about teaching us about all things family. Not forgetting Huikara. I'm talking about the one and only Agatha Atlholang.
Boss Lady! Boss Lady joining us. If you're on the socials, you know her Boss Lady demands a lot of attention and her aura is too much. And sometimes when she speaks about this topic, you know, she really I don't want to say, I don't know if, do you get emotional? Is it like an emotion thing when you start expressing yourself like that, or is it like you're just trying to get your point across?
I'm just trying to get my point across, but I'm also a very high energy person.
I see.
I could have slow, so you tell I feel like
Thank you so much for joining us once again, Boss Lady. Unfortunately, I couldn't be in the studio because we had another shindig going on. But you know, Mel, I'd like for you to just give me a quick recap from last week before we jump to today's conversation. Hela Boss Lady Lena, and where are we trying to go to right now?
All right.
Mel, do you want to go?
Okay, so last week we had a question. It was posted on our social media platforms. Do women care about men's mental health? And yet last week, Thursday, the exact same time, we had Miss Agatha, Boss Lady, and she asked a very simple question. A very profound, simple question. Abare, oka mental health wa gago as monna. Why obata go e ha responsibility gore in responsibility ya motho o mongwe. So how can you wena o le swe ore do women care about my mental health wena o sa care ka your own mental health? It has to begin with you. So that is what we were talking about last week, and a lot of people were being aware or no man mekana it begins with me. And she also mentioned lo na bo swe. Oh, I'm gonna say this because swe ke motho ene gore onna are ene wa go blackmendon'tcheat.org.
The biggest organization in Botswana. Love it, Tota.
I don't think you're gonna love it, Tota.
Okay, no, tell me.
She said, basadi ratsa maradi therapy. Rako basadi mbatulona. Tabela ko black men don't cheat. La go irengwa, la go ithutengwa. Is it about your mental health? So that's what we were talking about last week, and this week we're continuing the conversation because this is something saying it's very sensitive, it's very important. We need to talk about it more. Men's health also matters, but when it comes to that mental health, you'd rather bottle it in, you know, back in the days, but we are so blessed that we have people like Agatha who would put us on. So today we have Masheleng, Lene, he's part of this whole organization, yeah, Men's Health. Ibile, he has an upcoming event, all about mental health. I don't want to say much. They will talk about it because they will be organizing this event.
And the experts.
And the experts of, I mean, these are doctors, these are certified wellness coach. Now I'm just the radio presenter. Come on.
So, Dr. Masheleng, with that being said, you know, mental health, because yes, I am profoundly younger than you, and you know, and I just want you to pick up the conversation there from your expertise, from your years, you know, teaching and encouraging, young or old, really. What has been your observation of the state of the mental health that we're going through currently? Before we delve into more conversation.
Yeah, I think today more than ever, we're dealing with a lot. Right? The generation it's a lot weaker than generation
Yeah.
But I would say that generation they have to tackle a lot more things.
Yeah.
No strong. O thoka gore o nne courageous o tsamaye o khona go thaba kgomo gore o supe o monna.
Yeah.
Mo malatsing a gompieno, not only are you expected to bring a cow, you are also expected to manage emotions of people, manage the trend tse eleng gore di teng. All of these things are there. Di hapile ga rona tsatsi le tsatsi. So ha o le monna gona le journey eleng gore o sentse o e tsamaye. And then ka how deal le the issues tse eleng gore di a thagoga, you have partners by eleng gore le bona that are being influenced by these things, and you are supposed to be leading. You feel it inside. That is the thing about leadership. You feel it inside. You know that you are the one who's supposed to be leading, but you tend to find yourself now you are being led. So something is off here. Why right? So you start react to some of those things. That's why we now by exercise power and this is not to excuse anyone or violent, right? But it's because people are not conscious of all of these things that are influencing their behaviors, right? So I would say in my experience even on the finance part, there's a lot of influence but they eventually affect our future. Let's say the partners we see people buying cars not because they need a car, but the car is trending. I mean, cylinder.
Oh yes,
right?
yes.
People are driving those cars and it's so clean, like every day from Monday to Sunday. The car is so clean, but the car was designed for Marak.
Yeah.
Then why are people buying this cars? And this car is like $1 million something, right?
Yeah.
Why are people buying this cars? Because there's another guy who's driving that car who seems to be a responsible man, who seems to be a man who understands family. So because most of this young men, they have never seen maybe a role model growing up. But and all of these things you can take them lightly, but that is exactly what is happening. Houses are being bought not because you need to stay in that particular neighborhood. They are being bought because there's someone from a distance or some abo feel responsible, abo feel right? So all of these things are happening because of all of these influences. And like Boss Lady always says, right? Anything that is external, right? And we see that a lot with money, but feel and money is going to make them happy. So how many essence are sale? There is that gap. Because I get madi, then I can't do this. I get madi, then I can't marry. I get madi, then I can't do, right? That's why hela madi atsen. Abo bona motho a batla o dira sengwe le sengwe mo lehatsi.
Bo Jonas. Jonas.
What a time to drop that Netflix special, right? At a time where maybe they actually had planned it, or during Men's Mental Month, they will drop something of that sort. Now, Doc, I just want to understand, you know, when I think about myself, Nahala personally gets haba, and I don't know why, gets haba go bua go ke go bua le out re go majiteng hela go re besa nama re go tshimo re e shofetse o itse re mona plan ile ning na lona moloilo e ga nna ka e tshiri la malo bo ilana kana se le se tsire galana but go nna go hela ile actually da go tasia hard boy why ira gala dio so but am I fulfilled? Not personally, I don't think for half the time I've had those conversations I've been fulfilled. So now I just ask, what do we have enough support systems as borre for once boss lady as borre, do we have enough support systems to say no really majid and I get go majid and you know there's really not enough substance, it's just alcohol drinking and sharing, maybe 1 or 2 tears there, but come also it's back to basics. Do we have enough support structures for Barre in that regard?
No, we don't, which is something that we have to develop, design, re-implement, because remember there are certain things that as a man you can't do in front of ladies. You can't be crying happy you can't be crying happy I know but remember that is a narrative being pushed by women because but it does not work for us. Some of my traumas, maybe something happened to me that is embarrassing, right? Kana gona le conversation ngwa ba ntha re tsore keng ke batla go bookela psychiatrist because ke feel gore kanyele ya ga rrago ile bui wa bona and that is going to crush you, but that is how women are, right? So do tse dingwe o ka dithaloganya botoka ha o bolelwa ke borra ba bangwe ba ile gore they've gone through certain things. I remember I used to move around with a lot of old men, ile di community tsa kereke. And it ha ke na le bona ha gongwe ba bua dilo tse dingwe ke feelela gore this men are old school wa ba re ratso sa o ka ra mosadi jana le jana ha o ka wa dira yana ha pele ga bana, right? I would think that is old school. I begele mo no, this thing is relevant even today, right? There's certain, a man is a protector and it's supposed to be seen like that, right? How tsena mo lapeng bana ba tshwantse gore ba uto ba nna safe, mosadi o tshwantse gore a uto a nna safe. So ha ile gore ko yena o eteng o break it down a bo lela ha pele ga bone ka moso o utlwa ere ha gona le mathata a utlwa le tsane ibara ka ntse mo saletse semamang a to re thusa go twa monna o mongwe wa jarteng, right? Because ha sa go bona yana o bona chomi, you see, o bona mosadi o mongwe o nna mo lapeng o ba kgona go break it down bo tha o ba lela a be ba se ba bothe the whole day, right? So some of these things we need to create communities re le borre gore di khantse re khona re bue ka tsone, so that hareboa we come back stronger. Bogologolo dio tse ne le teng through bo bogwera ke tsone dio tse ne rutiwa ko thabeng gore monna o tshwantse gore a dire jana mo lapeng le mo di moving ha o gakologela bogologolo hale banna nne ba ithela ba ile go bereka go ngwa kalang ke le sole kana ke ne re itse gore ha monna a boa kwa bana ba bona Superman ha tsena bana ba motabogela go gate ngwa ba kuka ba lathela go di mo tshameka le bone o ba ha di presente, and then ma bone a ba a reporta gore yona a dira nona a dira na ba o mana and then go tsongwa ba comforter and then he disappears again o ile go tiro again. So mo baneng mo thaloganyong ya bana they will always understand gore that is the protector. And ga tsile ga bua ga one and they mean that. But imagine a situation elong gore you know how ladies are. Ha ba o manya bana mo lapeng wa o mana and then ha tswa ho o tshameka le ngwana, you see, yes, and then wa o mana khandelo o tshameka le ngwana wa hela itse le gore a lo ai mama la ntsa re o ta tsa thupota nchapa that is not happening, right? So re o tshwanna ke gore a nne a separate go le go nyenyane so that ga ne le that level of attachment so that ire ha o mana ao mane a ba hetsa, that's it. Ngwana itse go heletse go. But gompieno ano borre they are so involved. Mo ileng gore khanteleng yana o ithelele gore wa lela le ngwana le mosadi. You see, and then kamoso wa hakhamala ha mosadi a sa feel safe around them, right? So these are some of the things that re bua ka tsona be nna o ka re gongwe re bata go ntsha banna mo go nneng attached to women, right? But ha gona mosadi o batang monna yo lela. In the short term, they will say they want that. But ha gona mosadi o batang monna o lelang. E to re na go ngwa tsere dikgang le ditsela tsa gagwe a bo goroga ka phoso wa bula le bati wa uto di to go ntse go se ka isa ya masela sa
You know what? I'd love for both ladies just to chip in at this conversation that we're having. It's a very strong point from Masheleng, just, you know, reiterating effect. You know, a lot of our sisters, Bob Matabarona, the Chomitarona, our colleagues, no, it's okay to cry. No, open up, tell us what's the problem. I just want to hear your point of view. Bob Melanie, because Melanie will do that. You know what I mean? Melanie will do that.
No, I do that to him a lot.
So I just want to hear your point, your perspective with Masheleng's comment with that one.
Okay, so one of the things, because I coach men, right? Before I started coaching men, I needed to understand a couple of things. You cannot coach a man like you're coaching a woman.
Yeah.
These are two different people who are wired different psychologically. One of the reasons why a lot of guys are masculine, they fail to recognize something. My job requires me to have a feminine and masculine aspect to it.
Okay.
The feminine is more when I'm with the ladies. The masculine is when I'm with the men. That's when they can relate something. So as a woman, I have both masculine and feminine in me.
Okay. So
my father and the men that I grew up around developed my masculine.
Sure.
So every woman is like that. If you've come from a home a father or they were masculine figures around. So every woman has a female and a masculine. Every man has a female and a masculine.
Okay.
Hence the two-parent home, mama le papa.
Okay, sure.
So even if, let's say, uno hosana papa in the house, bohoera, like Masheleng was saying, would substitute and would make sure
I see.
The masculine is developed.
Yes.
So masculinity does what? It gives structure. It gives rules. It gives laws. It gives order. It's conscientiousness. So even when I am coaching and I'm with the men, I can see a difference in how we talk.
Yeah.
We talk fun. I'll give you an example of somebody like Joey, who I used to coach, and I was his personal trainer. That's why a lot of women used to wonder, because I used to train a lot of men. Because my masculine side is developed, men do not want to be trained. Oh, shodi papa. Oh, like I would do with the women. Oh, Mel, it's okay. That push-up is fine. Men are designed to be protectors. So when you are coaching them, when you are training them, and bear the weight of matata.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? Okay. But at the same time, the feminine yabone is also important to develop. But your feminine, remember, your feminine aspect is supposed to be developed by your mother. But if that doesn't happen, life coaching also develops that. So I don't see why you want your wife to develop your feminine. Your femininity, as a man, is supposed to be developing, life coaching. You know, express. Yes, there are times where you will show affection to your wife, to your girlfriend. We're not saying that we want these zombies but se expressiwa hakai jang, and this is consciousness and self-awareness. Yaanong banna ba rona gompieno ga bana go mo. Remember batho ba bogologolo, they were more conscious. They could kana rona bogologolo swe.
Yeah.
Our mothers could tell that we were pregnant when we didn't even know.
True.
Wa tlhaloganya? Our mothers could tell gore ra jola re sa itse ba rona re itsela gore re iphitlhile. Our fathers could see these things. Today lona le jola hela. That's why a lot of women we tell like ba bolella ke ba ra ke kante lona. How do you allow yourselves to be baby mamas? No, but lady, how do we sisente? Because I mean, is this guy written on the forehead? I'm going to be a deadbeat father. No, such that you can't even see the basic things. Let me give you an example, Sway. When I love you now,
out of 10 seconds, yes.
First thing I out and home and I worry. Into your name and I increased. Como how horresi. I go and go so sfata. How's the number of fridging one hour? I want to let a gross. I could have a little Kabisana Montu. When now. Tell her that's okay. Na how talina Kelly an elder ya go ke a go bolela gore motho ga na a feminine aspect mo go ene. You see what I mean?
You know what, boss lady, this is going to be a solid 3, 4, 5, 6 part conversation. I don't care how many things we have to go through all the way till December. Masheleng, boss lady, I want you guys back here again.
Next week.
Please a bit earlier so that we can really cover all our bases when it comes to men's mental health.
There's a lot to talk
about. Is listening in because also Atlholang is coming with the 5 p.m. news bulletin in just a bit. We do apologize for the late bulletin that is going to broadcast at around 5:01.